Hey, it's Chris Serino from the Sultana Education Foundation, and today I'm going to be conducting a very simple experiment to measure how far light can travel down into this body of water where we are today, the Chester River here in Chestertown, Maryland. To do this, I'm going to use a really simple tool. It's called a Secchi disc. This was invented by a gentleman in Italy with the last name of Secchi. It's S-E-C-C-H-I. It's pretty simple. It's a round plastic disc with 4 quadrants. You can see 2 of the quadrants are white, 2 of them are black. And what that does is when I lower this into the water, we'll be able to see these really clearly. And so to do this, I'm simply going to lower this rope down and lower the disc into the water, and you'll see about every 18 inches or so, there's a mark on this line, and that'll tell us when the disc disappears. So again, I'm going to lower this into the water. We're going to watch it real carefully and stop it when we can't see it any longer. So here we go. You'll notice the river is not clear. There's a lot of suspended sediments in the river here. There may be some algae growth. All right, so I've gone about maybe half a foot. You can still see the disc. You can still see it. And right about there, it disappears from view. So I'm gonna pull that up and mark it. And it looks like today our Secchi depth is about 16 inches. So the last question is, who cares? Why would I want to know that the light disappeared after 16 inches? Well, the really important thing about that is one thing we want in a healthy ecosystem are grasses growing on the bottom of the river. So if the light can only travel about 16 inches, what that's telling me is the water is too cloudy. It's actually blocking sunlight from the bottom in all depths, but the most shallow waters on the edges of the river. So if you're looking for grass beds, you better look in some shallow areas, because otherwise the water is too cloudy or turbid. So a couple interesting things about this Secchi depth here is that it can change from day to day. It can definitely change seasonally. Generally in the fall and the winter, when it gets colder, the algae will die off, and this will be visible much further down. So our Secchi depth generally increases during cold weather months, and especially during the summer when there's a lot of algae growth, the water gets more cloudy or turbid, and the Secchi depth will be much shorter. So that's kind of important to know. And one of the things that we're always working towards here in the Chester River and the Chesapeake is getting that water clarity to improve, so we have a larger range, larger, deeper depths where there's really important submerged grass beds can survive. Now here's something that's really cool. If you wanted to do this at home, this is really simple. All you need is a line, a round piece of plastic, or even a white dinner plate if your mom or dad's willing to spare one, and just color half of it black and keep these 2 quadrants white. Drop your own homemade Secchi disc into the water and you can do this right at home.